Good evening to all. Welcome to 5 Mantra Career Point. Myself is Ravindra Babu, dealing with Indian polity. And for today's live session, we have taken the topic Preamble of the Constitution of India. So today in this live session, I would like to give brief idea on this concept of preamble. If you see the introduction part of our constitution is called preamble. Literally, the term preamble was taken from a Latin word, preambulum. So the meaning of preambulum in Latin language is preface. So it is an introduction part which can be seen in every printed book. Normally, it can be there in every printed book in the name of preamble, or it may be the information given by a writer of the book, opinion of the writer, like this. So in the same way, preamble is a brief introduction to our constitution. If you see the context of preamble, it reflects the ideology of constitutional makers. The basis for this preamble is the objectives resolution introduced by Jawaharlal Nehru in the Constituent Assembly on 13th December 1946. After the elections to Constituent Assembly, the first session began on 9th December 1946. Under the temporary chairmanship of Dr. Sachidananda Sinha, the first meeting began, and Dr. Rajendra Prasad was elected as a permanent chairman of Constituent Assembly on 11th December 1946. Then Jawaharlal Nehru introduced objectives resolution in the Constituent Assembly on 13th December 1946. So this objectives resolution is the main source for the preamble, and the constitutional makers, they adopted this concept of preamble from American Constitution. The idea of preamble was taken from American Constitution, but not the text mentioned in the American Constitution. So if you see the important aspects of this preamble, so it is a brief introductory statement. Preamble is a brief introductory statement that outlines the philosophy, objectives, and the guiding principles of the Constitution. So if you read the preamble, it is a brief introduction which gives you knowledge on the content of or philosophy of the Constitution. Anyone who reads the preamble, they can easily understand the philosophy of our Constitution. At the same time, by reading this preamble, we can understand the objectives of the Constitution, and at the same time, guiding principles of the Constitution also we can understand from this preamble. It also reflects, or we can say it serves as the foundation. It is serving as a foundation for the Indian legal system. So Indian legal system also based on this preamble. It is regarded as a foundation for the Indian legal system. Okay, and it reflects the values and aspirations. The preamble reflects the values and aspirations of Indian people. right? This preamble contains the aspects and values of Indian people. So by reading this preamble, we can understand the philosophy, the values, and the dependence of Indian legal system, and aspirations and values of the people of India. So overall idea can be drawn from this preamble. So it reflects the ideology of constitutional makers. So if we discuss the other aspects of this preamble, the original text of preamble begins like this. So it begins with we the people of India. It begins with we the people of India. So on behalf of the people, the constitution was designed by the constitutional makers. As we know, the constitution is a fundamental law of the nation or basic law of the state. It is accepted by all the people. As it is a fundamental law, it is applicable to all the people. So the willing of the people or acceptance of the people can be seen with this expression called we the people of India. The people are accepting this as a fundamental law. So the acceptance and willingness of the people can be seen with this phrase, we the people of India. And it will continue like having solemnly resolved to constitute India into the people. They are accepting to constitute India into, so the sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic and republic. Okay. Every term in this preamble is having a lot of explanation. There are so many provisions mentioned in the constitution related to every goal and objective of these terminology. In this preamble, we can understand every word in an elaborate manner. So if you see each and every technical word or terminology used in this preamble, we can easily understand the objectives of our constitution. The aspirations of our constitutional makers and people of India can be understood by reading this preamble. If you see the term called sovereign, the meaning of sovereign is supreme power. The supreme power lies in the state of India. After the enforcement of our constitution, India is declared as a sovereign state. It means India is a supreme in internal and external matters. So the sovereign power, that is supreme power, can be viewed in two ways, like internal and external. So internal sovereignty in the sense, within the boundaries of the country, the supreme power of the state is applicable to all the people living in this country. All the people who are living in the country has to accept this constitution as a fundamental law. Even the foreigners who are residing for a temporary period in a country, they must respect the fundamental law, that is constitution. So application of the supreme power to all the people is called internal sovereignty. There is no exception to anyone. And external sovereignty in the sense, the state is not going to accept any authority from the other countries. It means the state of India is not going to surrender itself to any foreign authority. While maintaining international relations, India has its own foreign policy. The state of India has its own strategy to maintain relations with the foreign country. It means we are not going to surrender ourselves to any foreign institution or foreign country. It is essential to have relations with the foreign countries in order to fulfill the needs and demands of the people. While maintaining these relations, we are not going to accept the control of foreign country. After independence, we know that in 1947 Indian Independence Act, it provided an opportunity to both India and Pakistan. If you are willing, you can join as a member in Commonwealth group of countries. And India accepted this proposal and took its membership in the Commonwealth group of countries. You know what is Commonwealth group of countries? The countries which were ruled by the British once upon a time. They grouped together and formed this Commonwealth group. When India took its membership in the Commonwealth group of countries, some of the critics, they criticized that India is accepting the supreme power of British Queen again, because Commonwealth group of countries is headed by the British Queen. So by taking this membership in Commonwealth group, we are accepting the authority of British Crown again after independence. It was the criticism made by some scholars. But the constitutional experts, they rejected this criticism and they argued that it is a voluntary decision taken by the government of India to get membership in the Commonwealth group. We are not forced by anyone to take this membership. So for the benefit of the country, in order to get the support from other countries in the Commonwealth group, we joined as members in this Commonwealth group. Okay, in this way, India got its membership in other foreign or international groups or institutions, like India got membership in UNO, India got membership in BRICS and other international organizations. It doesn't mean that we are accepting the supremacy of other countries or other authorities. For the benefit of a country, voluntarily we are taking a decision to get a membership in any foreign or international groups. So this denotes that in external matters also India is having this sovereign power. It is supreme. Okay, in this way the sovereignty which was mentioned in the preamble, that indicates that India is supreme in internal and external matters. Then the next term called a socialist. The term socialist was not there in the constitution when constitution came into force in 1950. The ideology of the socialism was there in the constitution. The socialistic principles were mentioned in directive principles of state policy. So originally, what is the socialism? What is this concept of socialism? The concept of socialism was founded by the scholars. One of the founder was Charles Fourier, and his followers, they started this socialism ideology. So what is this socialism? What is the basic objective of socialism? Means establishing an equal society without economic inequalities. Establishing an equal society without economic inequalities. It was the basic objective of this socialism. But how to achieve this socialism? How to achieve the objectives of socialism? On this aspect, different opinions were expressed. Differences were emerged among the followers of socialism, and they divided into various groups. So whatever the revolutionary, radical and other groups emerged from socialism nowadays are called Marxism, Leninism, Maoism, Naxalism, individualism, Fabianism, all the isms, they emerged from the concept of socialism only. So the constitution makers, especially Jawaharlal Nehru, he was very much influenced with this ideology of socialism. He wanted to introduce the democratic socialism in India. So to achieve this kind of objective, to establish equal society without economic inequalities, so the measures will be taken by the state. So it means the state has to take measures to reduce the gap between the rich and poor people. So for this purpose, so the constitutional makers preferred to have this socialistic ideology in our constitution, and based on this ideology only, the socialistic principles were mentioned in the directive principles of our constitution. But before 1976, this concept of socialism was not there in the preamble. But Indira Gandhi government took a decision to add this concept to the preamble in 1976 with the 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act. So in 1976, this concept of socialism was added to the preamble. Okay, then coming to the next term, secular. Another important concept called secular. So secular is also the term which was not there in the constitutional preamble when the constitution came into force in 1950. The constitutional makers, they preferred to provide secular features to our constitution. The provisions related to the secularism were mentioned in fundamental rights also. So we have a right to religion. Articles 25 to 28, they deals with the right to religion, which is related with the secular features of our constitution. But the term secular was not mentioned in the preamble initially. Again, the concept of secularism was added to the preamble in 1976 with the 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act. So what is the meaning of secular? So secular, the term denotes that there is no official religion to the state. It doesn't mean that there is no religion in the state, but the state officially will not interfere in the religious matters. So it also gives an opportunity to the people to have their own religion. The state will not support a particular religion, or it cannot degrade a particular religion. All the religions are treated equally. Religious freedom is guaranteed. So a secular state is one which is having a neutrality in religious matters. A secular state will not impose or collect taxes in the name of religion. So all religious activities will be performed by the individuals according to their faith. So this secular feature was given and granted in the preamble by adding this word secular. Then coming to the democratic. So India is declared as a democratic state where we know the meaning of democracy. So a popular definition given by Abraham Lincoln, like a democracy is a form of government where by the people, of the people and for the people. Ultimate power lies in the hands of the people. In a democratic form of government, people, they elect their representatives. In case of indirect democracy, people can directly participate in case of direct democracy. In the ancient time, we have some Greek city-states in 4th century BC where we can see the existence of direct democracies. The states like Athens, where we can see the practice of direct democracy. So in a direct democracy, the people, they can directly participate in the deliberations, legislative matters. Okay, they can take their own decision about ruling the country. But this direct democracy can be possible wherever the number of people are less. So in ancient Greek city-states, the people number is very less. So the people, they used to participate directly in the deliberations. But now, the population of the modern countries, they increased to lakhs and crores. So it is not possible to have this kind of direct democracy in the present scenario. So now we are following the indirect democracy, which is also called as a representative democracy. In this representative democracy, the people are participating in the elections. The people are electing by utilizing the universal adult franchise, that is right to vote. The people are electing their representatives. So the people, they can enjoy the real power to elect their representatives. So through these representatives, the rule is conducted in a democratic form of government. So India is declared as a democratic country. Then we can see the next term, republic. Another important term, republic. India is declared as a republic state. A republic state is one where the head of the state is elected either directly or indirectly. Head of the state is elected but not a hereditary monarch. Head of the state is not a hereditary monarch. So in a republic state like India, head of the state is elected either directly or indirectly. If you see in case of India, head of the state is the President of India. He is elected but not a hereditary monarch. Indirectly, people are electing the President of India. So that kind of state is called as a republic state. So every word in this preamble, you can understand the meaning and the essence of these terminologies. And if you continue, to secure to all its citizens, justice. So what is this justice? Social justice, economic justice and political justice. So this concept of justice was taken from USSR Constitution. After the Russian Revolution of 1917, these concepts of social justice, economic justice and political justice, they came into limelight. They got very popularity. The constitutional makers, with the inspiration of this USSR Constitution, so they adopted this principle called justice. So social justice, providing the social rights to all the people without any discrimination. Economic justice, so an equal opportunity is provided to all the people to participate in economic activities by accepting various professions, by involving various types of occupations. All the people were given rights to earn money, to survive, to have a dignified life. That kind of justice is called economic justice. Then political justice, in the sense all the people were provided equal rights in political matters. The people are permitted to have this opportunity to participate in the elections. They can contest in the elections. They can utilize right to vote. Okay, they can participate in election campaigns or something else, right? And the people are also given the right, political right to criticize the government activities or to support the government programs. The rights of people, the political rights of people are provided to all the people without any discrimination, is called political justice. Then coming to the liberty, the concept of liberty, right? So with the French Revolution of 1789, the terms like liberty, equality and fraternity, they got very popularity throughout the world. With the inspiration of the results of French Revolution, the constitutional makers have given importance to these three concepts: liberty, equality and fraternity. So liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship. The people of India were given this liberty. A liberty is a personal freedom. It's a personal freedom granted to the people. So liberty of thought, they can think about the conditions. They can develop their own ideology. They can have their own thoughts. So that liberty is granted. Okay, not only having this thinking capacity or thoughts, they were given liberty to express. Expression of their thoughts, their ideas. Sharing of their ideas with others. So it is essential to the people to express their opinion, to share their opinions with other people, so that they can influence others. At the same time, they can be influenced by others. Sharing of opinion, sharing of these thoughts is essential for the survival of individuals in the society that is provided with liberty of expression. And it also provides a liberty of belief, faith and worship. The people, according to their wish, they can believe. They can develop a kind of faith towards the leadership. They can have this kind of belief on their livelihood. And at the same time, they were given freedom to, liberty to worship. They can worship according to their conscience. It is almost somewhat related with religious freedom. Worshipping is nothing but worshipping in the name of God or goddess based on their conscience. Okay, then next one, equality. Equality, which is also taken with the inspiration of French Revolution of 1789. So this equality of status and opportunity. All the people were given assurance that all the people will be treated in terms of treating them with equal status. So normally equality in the sense treating all the people without any discrimination. So the people, they were provided this equality of status. There is no official discrimination followed by the state. So we can have this kind of provisions in the fundamental rights. The first fundamental right, right to equality from Article 14 to 18, it expresses this kind of equality. Of course, there are some exemptions given. Some exemptions were given to the backward communities, SCs and STs. But officially, so in all the matters, the state should provide this kind of equal treatment to all the people. And opportunity also. What is this opportunity? Opportunity is nothing but the opportunity to have an employment. The opportunities by the government to provide employment to all the people without any discrimination. Equal opportunities. Not only in government jobs, in all private sector also. All the people who are eligible, so they were provided equal opportunities. Then coming to the next, fraternity. Fraternity is another important concept taken from French Revolution. So fraternity is nothing but a kind of brotherhoodness. Developing a kind of the ideas among the people to have this kind of brotherhoodness among the people. So it assuring the dignity of individual. If the people are having developed this kind of brotherhood, so that assures the dignity of individuals and unity and integrity of the nation. That is helpful to develop a kind of unity among the people. If the people are having this kind of concept called brotherhoodness, automatically it attracts the other people to develop a kind of brotherly relationship. Once we develop this kind of brotherhoodness, automatically we can feel a kind of unity. That unity leads to have a kind of integrity. Okay, this is about the fraternity. Okay, then if you see the ending part of our constitution, So in our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact and give to ourselves this Constitution. The final conclusion of this preamble also includes the accept and approval given by the people. Right? So on this Constituent Assembly, in this Constituent Assembly, this 26th November 1949, right, on that day, so this do hereby adopt, enact and give to ourselves. So we are submitting this Constitution to ourselves. We are accepting the supreme power as our Constitution. So it is a kind of declaration made by the people, right? So by accepting this Constitution as their fundamental law, right? So the status of this preamble was also got some kind of legal implications, right? So we will have another live session on the status of preamble, regarding the status of preamble, whether it is an integral part of our Constitution or not. So whether the preamble is considered as an integral part or it is not a part of a Constitution, on that the Supreme Court judgments are also there. So we will have a special live session on this also.